On April 6, 1917, the United States declared war on Germany. Within weeks, huge numbers of Americans had enlisted in the military. Their president, Woodrow Wilson, had convinced them to shed blood in the defense of democracy. And yet, 1 year earlier, this same president had promised Americans they would not enter into World War I.
When the President of the United States, Woodrow Wilson, ran for office in 1916, he ran under the slogan, "He kept us out of war." There was this idea that this war was a European matter. It had nothing to do with American democracy, so to speak. So as the United States began to prepare to enter into the war, there was a big problem.
The debate within the Wilson White House was, how do we control the masses in order to prosecute the war?
Wilson wanted to impose his choices by force, but inside the White House, others advocated a different solution.
Several Wilson advisors argued, we can create a system through the government of mass propaganda that will, in essence, seduce the masses into supporting the war effort.
We need to build up an armament of the mind. We need to build up a machinery that will sell the war to the American people, that will advertise the war.
A huge propaganda campaign was deployed, based on the codes of the advertising, entertainment, and widely popular film industries.
Over hill, over dale, we have hit the dusty trail.
The biggest stars of the day, like Charlie Chaplin and Douglas Fairbanks, were called upon to stir up the crowds. Thousands of other influential people were specially selected to carry the government's message across the country.
In the field artillery, call out your numbers loud and strong.
Businessmen, ministers, other people who were respected authorities within a local area would get up and give a speech on behalf of the war.
Before the movie starts, some man just almost spontaneously gets up and gives a 4-minute talk about why we should go to war.
To orchestrate this immense machine, Wilson set up a special department, the Creel Commission. It was made up of the professionals of the PR world, journalists, ad men, and press agents. Among them was a young man of 26 who had already earned a solid reputation as a press agent in the entertainment business. His name? Edward Bernays. Along with most members of the commission, he shared a vision of the crowd which was widespread among the leaders of the major Western democracies. It rested on theories expanded on barely 20 years earlier by the French polymath Gustave Le Bon, whose book The Crowd, A Study of the Popular Mind, established the ground rules of crowd psychology.
It basically makes an argument that these people are incapable of rational thought, they're incapable of being approached and reasoned with. They have become microbes. They are driven, they become like a virus, animals driven by their spinal cord. He lays out an anatomy of the crowd as a group of people who can't understand reason.
And since reason has no effect on crowds, governments appealed to their instincts and emotions.
It very quickly moves to using psychological approaches that try to bypass, in fact, critical thought and touch people in the gut.
Well, the war demonized the German Hun. And that's how you got the stories of the fictitious stories of all the bayoneting babies in Belgium and all this kind of stuff.
A lot of it has to do with using symbols that are very powerful and deeply ingrained, which in many ways degrade the meaning of what's actually being said, and instead promote and focus on the level of feeling.
It succeeded in converting a pacifist public into raving anti-German fanatics. The Boston Symphony Orchestra couldn't play Beethoven, for example, because we don't want to touch this hideous monstrosity. And the Creel Commission was very effective.
In less than a year, the Creel Commission managed to turn public opinion around without the use of force and without changing the system of governance.